This is a 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie Night Edition. And I want to discuss an update that they made for 2025 that I just saw for 2026. I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. It is sold. Be sure to ask for Blaine if you would like to order a truck just like it. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see options and features on the build. At the very top is the description. Base price comes in at $78,875. Ceramic gray is the color, and then this is a short listing of the standard features. Now starting off the options is the Night Edition for $29.95, so you do upgrade to 20-inch wheels. Laramie Level 2 Plus is $49.45. And the only other option is the air suspension. We will do a video on that MyFlex Care service in the future, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Destination is $21.95 for a total price of $91,050. For 2026, this configuration got a $650 price increase. Now you might be wondering, what did they change? Probably nothing, because this is a very popular truck, MegaCab Laramie, and I didn't see this last year. So in the past, you were not able to get a 6-passenger configuration with the Laramie. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember in the past, I tried to build these trucks with that 6-passenger for the 2019 to 2024 pickups. And I don't remember that being available, but for 2025 and 2026, you can now get a MegaCab with a 6-passenger configuration. And that is pretty awesome, because if you don't want cloth seats, you can now get the Laramie with leather and get the 6-passenger, which is a huge deal for some people, especially if you have more than 2 kids. Now, why would you get a Laramie Night Edition? Simply because you don't want any chrome. Now, if you don't know this too, Laramie does come standard with painted bumpers. So if you want chrome, it only costs you 95 bucks. I love the Sport Performance hood that comes a part of the Night Edition package, and the sheer color match on the grille. It just really works together. I think this is the most cold-blooded truck in the industry, for sure. Now, you do have the black recovery hooks, front parking sensors, no camera. I'm gonna pick on Ram. You pretty much spent, what, 5 G's on a package that's a plus package? And you're telling me I don't have 360? You have to get another package that's $1,800. It's like a towing, hold on one second. Towing Tech Group. I always forget the name of it, but yeah, Towing Tech Group gives you that and the 4K camera. Now, radar cruise control does come standard on this truck. You guys see the LED fog lights. And for 2025 plus trucks, they have the same headlights as the Limited. The only thing they're missing is fender flares. Come on, Ram, give them back to us. Because if I were to get a Ram today and they had fender flares, I would not go to a Limited. Not worth it in my books. But you guys see here, solid front axle. You guys see the liners finished in plastic, and then here are the tires. These are the Firestone Transforce AT2s. It's gonna be a 285/60/20, so 33.5 inches tall, 11.2 inches wide, 3,640 pounds of capacity at 80 PSI cold. And here's a side view of this truck. I love the ceramic paint too, by the way. A little bit darker than what you normally see. You can see that bolster in the hood. All your badging is blacked out. This does have the wheel-to-wheel running boards. You have lighting here, turn signals, more lighting for backing up your trailer. Top and bottom mirrors are power and heated. Blind spot alerts there. And they do give you painted door handles. Normally, manufacturers will give you a chrome button. I do like that Ram gives you a black one though. No chrome around the windows. All of that is gone because of the Night Edition package. 6-foot 4-inch bed. Now you do have a stretched out wheelbase, by the way, too, with the MegaCab. So these trucks do have a little bit better stability. Now if we step up here, you guys see you have a power sliding glass with defrost, and there's just a bed view camera. No 5th wheel prep package. But you guys see the bed lights and everything back there. And if you want the best riding truck in the segment, you got to pick the air suspension. You also have a step right there. It pops down just like that. And I almost forgot to mention 31-gallon fuel tank, 7.5-gallon DEF, You have the full LED tail lights on Laramie standard. And I always like pointing out your parking sensors because they don't put it on the painted part of the bumper. You have a 4 and 7 pin LED lights. You have another LED light strip here for your trailer if you're hooked up at night. Assisted tailgate. You see the lights turn on. 400 watts of power on this side. And 342 rear end. Anti-spin. Class 5 hitch with a 2.5 inch opening. And then here's a side view of the truck. Under the hood is this 6.7 liter Cummins inline 6 design. Good for 430 horsepower, 1,075 pound-feet of torque. You know, they did go back to cast iron because compacted graphite iron costs too much. I'm just kidding, I don't really know that to be true, I'm just making a joke there. But yes, they did go back to cast iron. They have a performance intake manifold, no more grid heater, so now they have glow plugs. I do wish they would have called Banks and said, hey, what heating element do you guys use in the new Monster Ram intake? Because now, if you don't know, Banks has the dual heat for 24 and earlier pickups with that grid heater. So they should have went that route versus using the glow plugs. I think that they kind of just added another issue onto the truck, and I think that that would have been better to add into this boost tube here. But regardless of it, I'm not an engineer. I don't know why they do what they do. They do use 10W30 oil, 5W40 for the colder climates. Serviceability is going to be a little bit easier because both of your fuel filters are now in the engine bay. I don't know if you guys can even see them right there. And then your oil filter is right there. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Laramie gives you some of the best design for inside the cab. 10-way seat, wide cushion. So I feel as though this is long and wide, so you get a lot more comfort compared to like GM. Tilt headrest comes standard on these trucks. Now you don't have a telescoping steering wheel, but you can adjust the pedals down below, and this does tilt. 12-inch screen, 14.5 is an option. It does come standard with a 12-inch. And here are all your mirror controls. You know, I haven't done it in a while. Let's go ahead and play with them a little bit. You don't even have to have the truck on, by the way, too. So let's just say you want to control the convex. So you see right there? Actually, that's the wrong convex. I have to hit this button for the convex. So you can adjust on driver and passenger side. Also, if you want to put it in tow mode, pushes out both mirrors. You don't have to hold the button. It's pretty much automatic. So now if you do want to put them out just slightly, maybe you've kind of found a custom spot that you like, so maybe you want to go out just that much, or maybe you live in an area with narrow roads, you don't have to push the mirrors out all the way, so that's nice. You do have the lights, as I said, so you can turn those lights on for the front and rear. Just very well thought out. I think Ram did a great job with their tow mirrors. I know some people complain about that bottom convex I saw, but personally it's still better than mine. I like these better than the GM mirrors for sure. I hope that they do a redesign for the HD GMs in the future. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. You guys did notice some of the suede on the door there, I'm sure too. This cover says Laramie, and they do illuminate that area. Soft open glove box and 10-way seat. Now this seat's all the way back. Just because you get the MegaCab does not mean you get a larger cab up front. You do, however, get a larger cab in the rear because you have that storage behind the second row. These do recline. Great storage underneath the seats. You have seat back pockets, tons of USBs, outboard heated seats, and a 115-volt power plug up to 400 watts. You see the air vents, cup holders, also place here for your cup holders and armrests. And if you want to drop the seat down, there is a handle at the very top. Sometimes you need two hands to drop these seats down. But look at all the storage you have behind the second row. There's nothing really in here On that side, there's a little bit more storage. Maybe I'll show it to you in a second. But one thing I like about this cab is if you pull this lever here, the seat drops completely down and you have a solid floor surface. So they do have the best cab in regards to if you're doing hot shot, or if you do sleep in your truck, or if you have a big dog and you want them to have a big space back here, they can get really comfortable because it's almost like I would say a full-size mattress back here when the seats are all down. On this side, as I say, you have a little bit deeper storage there. Pretty good. Now, I'm not going to spend too much more time here. I'll just show you some of my favorite things about the interior. This truck does not have the sunroof, so you have a lot more headroom in here. Push button start. If you put the truck in reverse, you have backup camera, bed view camera. You can adjust some of the features down below. And if you want to turn on your heated and ventilated seats, you can hit that top menu there, and this pops up because you don't have those on the outside of the screen. But you do have your dual climate control. You can adjust the fan speed on the outside of the screen. You have the alternate trailer height for the air suspension, tow haul mode, exhaust brake is dual stage. And here's your navigation. You guys see down below all the USBs, dual charger. Love their center console, this slides. Decent storage there, deeper right there. There's your four-wheel drive system. Now just above, home link is there. There's your vanity. This is auto dimming, by the way. And just above here, place for your sunshades. All LED lighting. You can slide that rear glass. And then above, you guys see it has a 12 volt with a little bit of storage. I like this button here because this pops up a quick menu for you. And you can just see some of the menus that they give you. Full navigation. And one of my favorite menus is gonna be, if you don't wanna go through them, like I say, just hit this button here. I can go there a lot quicker if I just select it this way. But yeah, this menu, it's like your vehicle info. Shows you a lot of different things, some of your gauges, things for like your diesel, like your exhaust brake, boost pressure, particulate filter, maintenance items. Yeah, this is done really well. Now I have to show this too. If you go to the dashboard, I do like the off-road pages because they do show you your altitude. Okay, this truck doesn't do it for some weird reason. Maybe it's just turned off, but that is something available. I'm not sure why it's showing 0, but 9 times out of 10 it does show. You also have a page for your towing and trailers. So you can see some of those temperatures here. You can do light checks and you can just set up everything that way. Let's go ahead and check out the payload on the door. Your gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is 6,040. Gross vehicle rating is 11,040 pounds. 20 by 8 wide wheels. And all-in payload is 2,686 pounds. 65 PSI all the way around. Hence why you buy a 3/4 ton truck. I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure the notifications are on. And I'll see you guys in the next one.